everyone. I'm currently walking on the Longwood Avenue near Harvard Medical School. It's currently pretty cold and windy, so I'll try not to film other people who are walking, just so I respect their privacy. Yeah, so, sorry. I just don't want people to think that, I'm doing anything spooky. So, yes, this courtyard is pretty special to me because I was here almost exactly 3 years ago now, when I was visiting Boston just for a few days. So I'm just taking the stairs and just watching where I go. So yeah, I took a picture of this building, and at the time I was just passing by Boston to visit my parents, like on their way to like the east side, and I was with them. And the funny thing is, we were like, oh well, might as well just tour Harvard Medical School, see what it looks like, because it's Harvard. And I remember sitting in that bench, which they got rid of, looks like. Maybe it was the bench over there, maybe this one, that we were sitting down, and then looking around this courtyard. We went to go to the bathroom, so we went to that building over there. Let's just zoom in. And at the time, the security was like, "Where's your ID?" I said, "Well, I don't have an ID." Oh, it's this building. I remember that. Yeah. And he was like, "Well, you can't enter here." And I said, "Can I just use the bathroom?" The funny thing is, I met one of my, what should I call it? Like the past upper year, like someone who graduated from my program, and he was working in this research lab. I came out to the other side, and guess what? I was coming up from that, like this door, and inside I was passing by this exact same bathroom I had used 3 years ago, where I had to very politely ask, or half beg, the security guard to let me in. I wasn't gonna do anything weird. Oh yeah, I also sat by this bench as well 3 years ago, so it's really a weird feeling to be walking on this windy, wintry season 3 years later. Oh my god, I'm getting all this runny nose because it's cold. So this is the Harvard Medical School building, and if I go around the corner, it's the library. It's actually not that pretty. My personal opinion. It's just gray and just some made of some rock bricks. Yeah, they used to have tents and some events going on when it was warmer last year. And thinking back, I think last year in March it was more like spring weather. It wasn't snowy like this. So today I just finished my morning clinic. We had a bone marrow biopsy done on an 80-something-year-old gentleman. Unfortunately, his bone was so soft that we couldn't get the core. Like, you get the bone marrow aspirate, which is the spongy part of the bone marrow, and you send the cells for flow cytometry. There are a lot of people walking that side, so I'll go to this side. Flow cytometry and like the cytogenetics, looking at chromosomes, fish analysis, that sort of thing. And you have to have a core, which is a piece of bone you send for pathology to look at like the cell composition within the bone. So instead of having individual cells, you're having you kind of preserve that structure and composition and like location of that tissue. And it's very important to look at like under the microscope. Anyway, we initially got the aspirate beautifully. Then when we were trying to get the core, his bone was so soft that we went right through it. Did it again, went right through it. We were like, are we gonna get any piece of bone at all? So the fourth time we went a little bit more lateral or more to the side, poked again, and we were successful. Thankfully, we used a lot of pain medications, like the local pain medication, so he wasn't in pain. He just felt some pressure. Sorry, I just went right around there trying to avoid people, but I think I'll try to walk towards the library without filming complete strangers. Because I personally don't think I'll like being filmed without my permission, so trying to be respectful. So yes, we were able to get a decent core, thankfully. After that, what does it say? It says, oh, that's the public school. And then this is the library. I went there once and it was just a bunch of rooms for studying and all that stuff. So yeah, that one. And then I saw a bunch of patients with multiple myeloma, like other patients who didn't need any procedure. But the thing about older patients is that their bones can be pretty soft and spongy, that when we do bone marrow biopsies, they tend to we just have to be a little bit careful. I wonder whether there was like an event before, or whether they've just tied it up for the winter time. So yes, 3 years ago I was here wandering around. I took the green line, which I'm going to walk and show you. It's a library, which I personally don't really think the building's that pretty, but that's just between you and I. And let me go up, show you the T. I can see, there you go. And one thing I noticed about Boston is that there's just so many colleges and schools. Like, I think it must be like everyone here is either in healthcare, because there's so many hospitals, or some sort of education, or you're a trainee or student. Like, yeah, the whole city feels like everyone's either studying, taking care of someone, or unfortunately hospitalized as patients. But I love this area because it just has that college feel. And yeah, I wanted to keep a record of this area because I don't have good pictures from 3 years ago. I do have some pictures of that courtyard, and I think I'm gonna go back and see what the weather was like, because I'm pretty sure that it really wasn't snowy. But the weather today otherwise is good. That's the bus. I'm pointing out the obvious. But this is the pharmacy school. Funny story is, I had a lecture here one time about industry and like development of new drugs and stuff like that. I totally made the assumption that this was also part of Harvard Medical School, and I was trying to connect to the Wi-Fi and it really wasn't working. Silly me. I didn't realize it was a completely different school. And there are also like high schools in the area that really look like a church or like a government building. Sorry, I'm trying to not film people without their permission. Yeah, so here I feel like all the buildings that are on the like an older style look like church or some like places that you pray, maybe school. It's just all very similar style, or sometimes it's just condominium. Yeah, so I just finished on my notes. I am very looking forward to this long weekend. I have a couple of things to catch up. I have a presentation to prepare for next Friday, but I cannot wait to sleep in, get some groceries done, and I do have the pre-chart for the upcoming week as well, because I do have a lot of patients and I don't have a lot of time in between my clinics to pre-chart and prepare for my next clinic. It's just I'm always on the go. Where am I? So my hands are freezing, so I don't think I can talk for too long. I wanted to give you a tour of like the area near my workplace. I do work in one of the Harvard affiliated hospital. Oh, I just realized they actually have a main building here, like the pharmacy. Wow, that's cool. Alright, I'm gonna slowly walk back towards where I came from, and it feels awkward because there are a lot of people walking the opposite direction. But yes, I don't think I can even hold the cell phone without feeling like I'm gonna get a frostbite. But this was a nice break. I wanted to show you how it's a very special feeling to be back in a place where you randomly passed 3 years ago. Like, I did not even imagine that I'll end up being here 3 years later. But here I am, all sniffy and cold and almost getting a frostbite. Oh my god. So I hope your day is going great. I will come back with more stories and hopefully less sniffy. Alright, you take care. Bye.